What's going on, guys? Chris, SPT Garage, and kind of see behind me, we are back at the junkyard today. Looking online, I saw that they had a couple things here, so as we come across them, I'll start videoing them. I'll get to one part today where the real reason why I'm here, and I'm kind of bummed out, but we'll get to that part. But I want to show you guys just some of the stuff you guys can find at these pick and pulls. So we'll start with what I'm here for my son's car, sort of. So you guys have seen on the channel that my son has got the Saturn View, and they did make a sport version of this car, I guess you could call it, the red line. Some of them they're all all-wheel drive V6s that they came with the Honda V6, but the red lines came with the wheel and tire package, the V6, and then the body kit. So this is what we got here. Now we saw online that this was here, and the whole kit is complete. Side skirts, back bumper, and then the skirt on the other side is there, and then it has all the wheels to match it. So we are going to be taking some parts off of this. He doesn't need the kit, but I'm not going to leave it. These are super hard to find, especially this front bumper with the grill. These by themselves go online for about 800 bucks just for the front bumper. So just to give you guys an idea of some of the stuff you guys can find here at these pick and pulls. So I kind of already know what I'm gonna be spending, because I've already done this once for his car, and kind of a little hobby of his as well is doing this. But unfortunately, he's at school today, and I didn't want to lose this, so I'm going to surprise him today and just, say, hey, we got this. And it's his little way too of making some side money. But it's just nice to know you go to these places what to look for. And again, you guys see a View red line or the Ion red line, strip them, because these things, again, these go for really good money. It's got the fog lights. It's got the grill in the middle. This thing here you can't even find like anywhere. Same thing with this emblem. These were specific for these cars, and just like the Cobras and the Mustangs, they have certain parts for certain things that are just so hard to come by. Even these, just like our cars, the red line came with the folding mirrors, so I'm going to snag these for him too. So we'll get this all off the car, and I have another car that I'm going to be looking at too, because I got my daughter a car for her 15th birthday, a little Mazda, and I wanted to dress that up with some Speed parts, and I believe I found one here as well. So we're going to go check that out after, and then we'll walk back through the Ford section, because I think I found something cool I'm going to try to get today too from that section. But just stay posted, and as we get this thing kind of stripped down, we'll keep moving. But again, this thing here, it's just scratched up and faded. There's no broken tabs. It's all here. The side skirts are here, they're good, and even the wheels and tires, I'm gonna double check these, because these might even be good to bring home too, because those are hard to come by. But again, guys, I like coming to these pick and pulls because you can find some pretty cool stuff every now and again. But we'll get this picked, and then we'll keep moving forward. All right, so I thought I lost these parts because I had found a Mazda that I was going to pick from, and they have so I stepped away for about 40 minutes. I kind of tucked these off to the side. These are the side skirts off that Saturn, which are, again, kind of hard to come by, so I'm glad. Anyways, we'll get to that, but glad they're here, because I found a Mazda Speed 3 I pulled some stuff from for my daughter's car. Some nice seats, we'll get into that, but they had that row labeled at 35, and this row labeled at 35. So I saw 34, went to 35, and half that row is now cleared out. And I'm like, oh my God, the parts are gone. The whole car is gone. But luckily came back and was like, something's not right. So, because the Saturn is just on the other side of this truck, so that means they cleared out like 5 cars, which is what they did on this side, but not this side. So thank God, but I came back and the parts were here. I was sweating bullets for a second, but I want to show you guys something funny up here real quick. So I'm walking this way, coming down, again, back to the row I was at. I come across this thing. This whole entire car, which is one of the Toyotas, or Scion actually, is literally, the door is like a Toyota Tundra door. That's the whole car. have no idea who would drive this thing around. This is, oh my God, look at this thing. Again, this car's way too little. It's about the size of a full-size truck door. Totally would not catch me in this thing going down the road. That seems like a death trap in itself. But get back to it. I'm going to head up here back to the Mazda spot. I want to go over kind of what I did with that car real quick, because my daughter has like a NA Mazda 3. I found the Speed 3 here, so we stripped it and got some pretty cool parts off of that car. So we're going to head up that way, and we'll show you what we got. All right, dudes. I found another small, this is a smart car. But same thing, the door is the size of this entire car. And this thing has been in some weather. I don't know. I don't think I'd ever go down the road in something like that. That's super sketch. But we're gonna head over to that Mazda real quick. I want to show you guys what we did. All right, so online I saw that there was a Speed 3 here. I noticed this in the picture, so nice top mount intercooler. And again, this is a 06, I believe. Yeah, no, it's an 08. I wanted these wheels for her car because it's the Speed wheels, but man, somebody like grounded down the lip on 3 of the 4 wheels. Like, I mean, look how bad that is. So I'm not even gonna mess with these. This would have been nice for her car though. So I'll keep coming back again. I check pretty regularly here with this stuff, but I did take the entire interior. I got both seats and the back seat, so these were in fantastic condition. This car is all in all in good condition, but the seats were amazing, so I grabbed that. There's a little leather spot I'm gonna have to just get fixed, but it's really not a big deal. And I feel like this is gonna be a good upgrade for her car, because when you guys see those seats, I mean, they for factory seats are super nice. And again, this is all complete, but I came in here and just stripped it out. So you guys see parts at the pick and pull like this, grab them, and even if she didn't like them or use them, I could still just flip them. But there's a kid here pulling some body panels off of this thing too. Again, I really came for the wheels and the seats, but this wheel's fine, and I think the front one, but that one there and the back one on this side, absolutely just gone. I wouldn't even mess with them. But moving forward, I'm gonna head over to the Ford section too, so I'm just gonna go check that out right now. I've been here for about 2.5 hours, so I feel like I got a lot done, and I just want to check out that Ford section one more time before I head out of here. All right, guys, we made it over to the Ford section, and I wanted to show you guys this car because it bamboozled me. One of the reasons why I came here was because, again, I saw those Saturn parts here and the Mazda stuff, but the way they took the picture of this car, and it was a little grainy, I could have sworn these mirrors were folding mirrors, and I was so bummed out that when I got here, it wasn't the case. And yeah, this is just kind of a bummer. I was hoping I could get a cool score and have a pretty awesome video, but this car is just wrecked. And yeah, I was kind of hoping that this thing was going to work out. I could have sworn I saw the mirrors to be the folding ones, but again, not the case. And yeah, just a regular old GT, and the headlights look good too on it, so I don't know, I may mess with them, I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna keep moving on here, and there's a couple other cars here I wanted to take a peek at too, and I'll show you the one up here. Came across this V6 coupe. It's not in terrible shape. The interior's not, I mean, it's not great, but it's not bad. This driver's seat's tore up, but the rest of it looks good. I was hoping to get some trunk parts out of it, but I mean, when they're just pulled away like this, they just really, oh, that started closing on me. Normally they're kind of cracked, which it is right here. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna mess with this one, but there's just a couple of these Mustangs, so I'm gonna keep going down the line here and see what we can find. All right, guys, so we just finished up here, and I took another trip through the Ford section. I didn't find anything that I was kind of hoping to find for today. But what I'm going to come back for is something like this. So they have, I think, 3 aviators here. And this motor's gone on that one. But I'm going to just do a little more research before I start pulling stuff. And we have another one. We got one right there. Got one right down there at the end, and then have a third one right here. That one down there is a 03. This one's an 03 as well. I just again want to double check on this because I'm going to come back and grab probably the heads, but definitely the valve covers as well. So again, you kind of have some stuff here at these yards you can pull. I'm just out of time today, so what I'm going to do is grab these valve covers for sure, and then the heads. But again, found some cool parts here. What I'm going to be doing is getting the other stuff back home and kind of laying it out and show you what I did and what I got and what it cost. So again, I think I did pretty good today. But I'm going to get packed up, head to the house, and then we'll get all that laid out and go from there. So should be home in about 30 minutes, and then we'll get this video going. But again, guys, your local pick and pull, sometimes you find some decent stuff. And we get home, we'll pick this up. What's going on, guys? Real quick, just gonna throw this in there. I had ended the video and I said, you know what, let me go grab the truck. Go to the truck and grab the receipt. So I kind of just want to go over what we spent here, which again, just kind of breaking everything down. The bench seat here was $125, so top and bottom. They charged $50 each for these bucket seats, which is absolute steal. So there's $100 there. Miscellaneous plastics. We have the kick panels here, and then all the seat track plastics. That was $60. They charged for the rocker panels, the side skirts. They charged $78, which we'll get into that. Really good deal. Then the marker lights with reflectors, I'm assuming down there on the bottom. So if the bumper is complete like this, they do charge for the reflectors, which those are good to have. Because I'm not sure if the normal model has that. They might, but I can't remember. And then $136 for these 2 bumpers, both of them. That, like I said, that back bump, that front bumper goes for hundreds of dollars by itself, and then same thing with the rear bumper. So again, all in all, out the door was $553.19. I think I said $538, but super solid deal. This is why I highly recommend checking some pick and pulls. And again, I originally went because I thought I saw some mirrors there, but that was my bad. It was just the angle. But guys, pick and pulls, check them out, and continue watching the video. We'll go through the rest of it. Good morning, guys. We are at the end of the video. This is the next morning, and I got everything home last night. It was getting a little late. Got everything kind of out of the truck. Got the skirts and the bumpers and all that cleaned up. Again, just late, so I just figured I'd shoot the rest of it this morning, and I just kind of want to show you guys what we brought home, and I feel like it was a pretty solid score. So didn't get any cool Mustang stuff. They had a couple GTs there, and you know, majority of them were the 6-cylinders, but nothing crazy, you know, on that end. But we got this whole Mazda Speed set here, and I'll show you guys what we're putting that in. My daughter's first car, which she just got on the beginning of the month here, December. So she's 15, her first car, she's getting her permit, and I just wanted her to drive and learn on what she's going to be driving. So I picked up this thing for a really good deal. And power windows, air conditioning. It's kind of a newer car. It's a 2012. This needed some love. Like I'll fix the steering wheel, get this replaced. And I saw the seat here was, you know, these always get tore up, especially by a driver. So I wasn't too worried about it. And the rest of the interior is great. The seats in the front and the back look good. But I was originally going there just for a driver's seat. the last 1 or 2 times I went there, and I didn't find a good one. I'm glad I didn't just grab anything either. The back seats here are perfect, but we'll get to that real quick. The inside of the car looks great. It's just that driver's seat. So as I'm going there and looking, I'm always looking for like stuff for the Cobras, or again, like I thought from that picture I saw of one of the Mustangs, I could have sworn it looked like it had folding mirrors, but I went back and looked at it again, and it was just kind of like the shadowing and the way the car was positioned. So no cool finds for these, but I'm sure I will find something there eventually. Back to these, we have the whole Mazda Speed interior here, seats wise. Sitting in them, they're absolutely comfortable. They have some nice, bolsters on them. They say the Mazda Speed, cloth centers, nice leather, red stitching, and the back matches it. As you guys can see here. A little dirty, just from being transferred in and out of the yard itself. But again, nothing I don't think is going to be an issue cleaning up. The only problem I saw with any of the seats, again, was this right here, which I don't think it's going to be a terrible repair. I can come in here, have this replaced, and this seat looks brand new. And she has a really nice set for her car. And I thought this would make a really cool Christmas gift for her. Get this all in the car, and surprise her with it. So, car here, I think, is a good, solid starter piece for her. And I was trying to get the wheels off of that thing. The wheels are messed up. The steering wheel was messed up. And a couple of the interior pieces just wasn't worth pulling. I am looking for a nice wheel, like a set of wheels for her. But that car had the Speed wheels. I think I showed it in the video. I can't remember. But it looks like on that wheel, all the way around, somebody had almost grinded the wheel, or it was dragged across the pavement on the rim. That's how bad it looks. So I didn't even bother pulling them. But I did want them. But, unfortunately, this wouldn't work out. Second, this is that full kit for the Saturn View Redline. And we're going to go over what I paid for all this from the pick and pull. But side skirts are in, there's no cracks, no nothing on that. The back bumper is in really good shape. It does need a little love back here, but nothing. This is just kind of, you can get some filler on here and fill that in. There's no cracks. You got some spider webbing up here, but again, that can be pretty easily fixed. But this is intact, and then this bumper here completely intact. This thing is pretty solid. We did rob the emblem for my son's car last night, which we started working on over here for him. These, here, let me pause this real quick. So that bumper emblem, these things, they do not make anymore. They make them for the regular models, but not for the Redline. They're discontinued, and you cannot find them anywhere. So we snagged it off of that bumper, and then the emblem goes with it, and it kind of sits like this, right? Goes in that bumper, fills it in. His is blank right now, so this will look good. We painted the back of it silver because it is transparent red, and then it had this silver backing here, so we just went ahead and just tried to match it up so that when I polish the front of this out, it should shine through pretty nice. So, because I think that's why this is more reflective, but I think that's why that's back there, so that red pops. So anyways, we took that off, which he was super excited about, because again, you can't even find these things. They're just not available. We've looked eBay, Marketplace, any store we can think of, but couldn't find anything. So, but this bumper is complete. Fog lights and this grill. This is a factory mesh grill, which is really cool for these. And all the tabs here are with it as well, and they're not broken. This thing here, you cannot find these, and if you do find them, they're like $300 by themselves. The bumper without the grill we've seen for $500 to $800 just for the front. So again, got a complete kit here, and again, he was super happy when we came home from school and saw this. He was outside excited, cleaned up. Again, it's something he likes doing. He found it online. I went and just picked it because he was at school, got wrestling all week, so he wouldn't be able to get there till the weekend, and he was worried about it being snagged, so I went there and took it for him without him knowing, just kind of surprised him, and he was super happy about that. But complete interior, complete body kit, and some odds and ends that I was able to get to. I found these kick panels. Fortunately, these don't fit, but I got these as well. And then all the hardware for her seats are here. All in all, out the door, taxes and everything for all this is $538, which I thought was an absolute steal. And I think this bumper, this whole kit right here, I honestly think we could probably get $1,000 for it, maybe 12. Because again, just that thing right there online is going for 8, not complete. So 5 to 8, not complete. I think this whole thing, with everything all in, I think he should have no problem selling this thing for $1,000 if he just doesn't try to rush the sale, and the person who's looking for it finds it. Yada yada yada. But you know, for me, having a nice like a nice factory seat like this, that's kind of specialized for that car, kind of like finding a seat for these Cobras. You know, I would think that this whole set here by itself would be realistically worth about $700 if I was to sell it. Because again, it is that Mazda Speed. It is in good condition. I would repair that, so that would be fixed. But I think this is worth $700. I realistically think this is worth $1,000. So to me, there's $1,700 worth of stuff here, and we paid $538. So I think it was a solid deal. But it's kind of like why I like going to those pick and pulls, because they have no matter what you buy, whether it's a seat that's like this or the factory seat like you saw in my daughter's car, no matter what you get, that seat is one price. The bumper, whether it's a bumper like that or a bumper off a truck like this, it's the same exact price. They just type in bumper and out the door you go. So I don't have the receipt. My receipt is in the truck. They may have broken it down on there, but we can go over that another date. But so when you go there, like, it's just, they don't care if that thing says Mazda Speed on it or if it's a plain Jane seat. It's the same price all the way through. So why I like going there and doing that. If you guys have one local, just make it like, you know, a couple hours of it. I was there for 3 hours total grabbing all this stuff, so it wasn't bad. And at the end of the day, we can make some money on it too, and make some really cool gifts for Christmas here in a couple days. But again, guys, I just want to share that that experience with you. I like going there. I in the last video I kind of filmed did pretty good, so I think incorporating that into us doing this with the channel would be pretty cool. But comment, let me know what you guys think. Let me know some of the stuff you guys have found if you do end up going to these local yards. Comment below, let me know what you guys got, and I'll keep you guys posted when we keep going in and out of there. But as always, thanks again, Chris SVT Garage, and we're getting back into it, so I hope everybody's cool and happy. And if you guys don't hear from me before Christmas, hope everybody has a happy holiday, and keep a lookout for the next one.